Everybody, welcome to WackyTabackyMedia. Once again, back for an epic showcase of manly awesomeness. We are here with Tim Donahue. I am your generous host, Justice Love, and we are going to be bringing you the best of the best from the best for your enjoyment.
Aren't you going to do any introduction for yourself?
I already did.
I don't know, the best of the best of the best. I mean, so far you named me 3 times.
Oh, you can count yourself lucky that I'm naming you at all.
There you go. Okay, I'll take that. That's funny. I don't hear any music.
Well, you shouldn't. I hear the music because I'm the one who's enjoying it.
Bastard. Bastard. You didn't even know that group. That is so sad. I mean, that just shows you the younger generation. You don't know The Who. I mean, shit, you asked me 4 times. That's what I said, The Who. No, that's the name of the group. It was like something out of Abbott and Costello.
I was like, who's The Who? I mean, I don't understand this. This is confusing me. Cat, no, you're not getting out of in front of my camera again.
You need to stop squeezing the pussy on the air, because we're gonna have to
I can't help it. I mean, it just likes to walk in front of me. It's ridiculous. And cry really loudly. If you guys have questions during the show for us, please feel free. I put a post on Facebook where you can post your comments, your questions for us during the show, and we will answer them in turn. So post a comment on that. You can tweet us on the link below. The link to the Facebook page is up above. That's our friends. You can friend us on Facebook and keep in touch with us during the show, after the show. Shut up!
I'm not saying a word.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Hey, that's, I'm not going to overtalk you. You're doing great. I love it. Beautiful.
All right.
We definitely want to brag. We definitely want to brag about the links. We have Twitter, so you can tweet us. You can go to YouTube, where you can catch the older shows. You can go to Twitch TV, obviously, to watch live, and of course, WackyTabackyMedia on Facebook, where you'll find your links and all of our material. I'd like to put a personal little hello out there. Hi, Colt. Stop texting me unless you've got a damn question. It's a live show, you moron. Do people understand the word live? I mean, it's four little letters, it's scary. It's like live. There's a difference. In New York, it's live. Out here in the Midwest, it's live. That's like 6 syllables with a 1-syllable word.
And out here in Arizona, we just call it shut up and don't talk anymore. I'm tired of listening to you.
Exactly. Well, you know what? My ex-wives and probably a lot of my friends out there said the same thing. Like, why am I watching in the first place? I've already watched him being a moron.
Okay, I'm hearing beeps. Can you turn off your Facebook notifier, please?
I can't. That's a good friend of mine who just wanted to tell me if I told him to shut up again, he'd choke the fuck out of me. Thank you for that special tweet. Really appreciate that.
Well, I'm glad somebody's enjoying it.
Oh, I'm sure that half of our audience has it. It's like, is that old man talking again? That's all I can do at this point.
I feel bad for you. I really do. I really do. I really do. Anyway,
yes.
So today we're going to be putting out a very special broadcast because we're finally getting the foundations of our show up and running. We have our Twitter, we have our Facebook fan page set up, we have our Facebook profile account set up, we have our tweet decks set up. So if you tweet at WackyTabackyTV, we will have it set up ready for the show. Whoever sends us these tweets, we will answer them. And to start the show off, I wanted to have Timmy.
Yes.
Give us a story about the Twin Towers, and how, from a gift of his words, a gift of God, told him not to go to work today. His boss had called in, told him not to go to work on the day of 9/11, and I want him to give a little bit of a background, a little bit of personal essence to the show, so that we can understand him a little bit better.
Oh, well, okay, not really a funny story. God, I was 19. My first run-in was for the bomb when I was working for an executone up at 521 Fifth Avenue. And they asked me to put in the voicemail at Citibank. And me being a good phone man, went to break. That's what you do. You don't go to job first. Break first. Get yourself full. Lots of coffee. Nice breakfast. Show up to work around 11. But, yeah, I was asked to go down to the Citibank, and during my breakfast, sitting in my 23rd Street apartment on the 9th floor, my pager started going off like crazy. And I returned it, speaking to a very close friend of mine who was the head of operations. He goes, "Where are you? Where are you?" I says, "I'm at the apartment having breakfast," where a good phone man should be. He said, "Thank God you didn't show up at the job." I said, "Why not?" And he said, "Look out your window." And I think the year was, I forget now when the bombing happened, was it 94 or 96, whatever. And I remember looking out my window and seeing the smoke coming out of the Trade Center. And I said, "Well, that's not good. They don't have a fireplace that I know of." And, yeah, so, I mean, he said, "Well, thank God you weren't there because Citibank was evaporated." So that was my first near miss. The second near miss was my last job in New York City was working the top of Tower 2. I actually worked in the little itty-bitty box. If you ever look at the antenna on top of Tower 2, I worked in the little bitty box that was on top of Tower 2. And my wife would come up there. My kids would come up there. You know, I had carte blanche with that. And something told me, you know, I'd had so much going on with my family and everything else. Just lost my dad. And, you know, I wanted to give my kids a little bit back in time. So, you know, I'm sitting there in Tower 2, and I says, you know, I'm just sniffing something's not right. It's like God whispered in my ear, says, you know, you need to move on from here. And I put my resume out on the internet, and make a long story short, 5 months to the day that I left, the planes hit the tower. I'd have never escaped. My family would have never escaped. And when I watched the towers come down, I mean, God, at least 40, 50 people that I knew must have passed away in that. So, I mean, that really, really hits home close. But, yeah, that's why I get a kick out of when I hear all these people shouting, "Yeah, we need to go to war." I didn't understand why the hell we were off in Iraq, because that's not where the bombs came from, you know, and that's not where the real threat was coming from, and that's not where Al-Qaeda was at the time. So I was all confused by the whole war movement, George Bush, all that crap. And like I said, I held personal stakes in it. I wasn't just reacting from the news. So that's a not really funny story, unfortunately, but...
Well, we don't always have to be funny during the show. I think a good
sometimes
show...
I'm trying to be funny, and just it doesn't turn out to be funny, too. So, yeah, we have all those options in the air.
The product, to me, of a really good show is something that'll keep you captivated, whether it's funny or not.
Absolutely. And I've been captivated many times. First, in my first marriage, I was captivated for 9 years.
Not captivate. It's not captured. We're not talking about capture here. Or
slavery.
I'm
sorry. I thought we were talking about capture. You make me relive old war stories. Both marriages were pretty rough.
I can only imagine what foreplay for you would be.
Good tennis racket. Just watch your head and keep your way out of my keyboard.
A Buffalo 9-iron, a thing of dry ice. I mean, you never know.
Oh, don't forget the bucket of Jell-O.
Yeah, it can be live or stuffed, preferably stuffed, you know, for safety's sake.
How come there's no monkey? I like a monkey.
There's no monkey. The zoo took him back last week.
Love a monkey in it. Gotta throw the monkey in.
Subscribe, and the monkey gets it.
Exactly. So, do we have any people out there want to ask any questions? Want to bring up anything?
Well, you know? Our Twitter is silent. Our Facebook is silent. The chat's silent because somebody, and I'm talking to you guys right there, doesn't want to make an account to chat with us. They just want to watch and be like,
okay, let's just watch the idiots make idiots of themselves. Well, kind of rhetoric. But
you don't have to go here to do that.
Yeah.
You want to see us make an idiot of ourselves, just talk to us.
It's easy. I got all the Pepsi and tobacco I need to take up this 45 minutes or however we'll be on.
We'll probably be on for an hour this time. This is an actual scheduled broadcast. So
this is our premiere broadcast.
The other ones before this were trying out the software. We were trying to keep everything going the way it needed to be going. We were trying to get the video up from both sides, which in and of itself, I had to go through 7 different programs to get this running.
Nothing like going live That's what this is about. This is, I mean, you guys, a lot of people out there watch reality TV.
That's not reality.
That's bullshit. This is reality. When you get, a sick person, 50 years old, a younger person his mind is a little bit bent also, and they're coming to you live with the crap happening as it's happening. Like last night, we were, instead of getting tweets and Facebook texts and everything else, or anybody in the chat room, everybody was calling me on this damn thing. And during the show, we were taking calls, texts, and everything else, and it was kind of crazy. That's why we have the chat boxes up there and Twitter interface and everything else. So work with us, people.
Work with us. I demand it. I demand that you work with us.
This is. I'm already having mental problems. Don't stretch me any further.
All right. So the main thing for today.
I got two up on Twitter. Yeah.
But besides the Twitter, is the fact that most people, whenever they watch the show, be it your friends, my friends, and anyone in between, when they watch this, they expect a type of, what is it? A format? I want to say. Your friend said that he was watching it and he couldn't see a format to it, and I was like, "There's not supposed to be."
Yeah, exactly. Well, anybody that knows me, this is grabbing by the seat of the pants and going. And that's me. I mean, some of this is trying to take my personality out there and saying, I'm back, and time for my big mouth to roar about the crap that's going on that you think about, but you just don't want to say. So
because
I'm out
you
here.
think it's politically incorrect.
No, I don't think anything's politically correct. I don't give a shit. I'll talk about anything.
Well, see, I think political correctness is a joke in and of itself, because that's a way for the government to impose a standing order saying that we cannot talk about what we want to talk about.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I mean, that's when you start letting your freedoms go or your sense of humor get small, life's about being happy, and the only way you're going to be happy is if you drop down your little barricades and forget about, oh, well, that's not right. Everything's done here in a sense of humor. Good spirit, sense of humor.
Stop the beeping. The beeping is bad. Okay.
I have tweets coming in and Facebook messages saying the Illuminati is up. Yes, we're uprising of the Illuminati, and I'm the head of it.
Okay, is it bad that I don't know what the Illuminati is?
Hell, dude, it's more than 2 syllables. What the heck do you expect?
Timmy, you should know by now that I am one of the smartest people you know.
Oh yeah, I know that.
At least technologically wise. Socially, I'm as stupid as they come.
And our listeners know that everything I say is in good fun, and if I call you stupid, or it's all in joking, good spirits, joking around, man. It's all about just getting a laugh. Even if I get you to smile, then my job is done.
Notice how I'm not smiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're failing. You're fired.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me fire myself. I'll go.
Okay.
I'm out of here. Get back up on Facebook to post more stupid shit.
Okay, so let's get the first topic out of the way. The very first topic. The first episode we talked about Obama's reign as president so far and his re-election. We talked about that. The second episode we talked about the military and how it's affecting the veterans of foreign wars and domestic wars, and we were talking about the military and all that. And this time I want to hit something that's a little bit closer to home. I want to talk about how Obama is trying to take away our Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms, and putting out a private security firm for his children's school with snipers, fully automatic weapons defending it against people. Now, dude, how does that get right?
My kids have me. I don't need no snipers. I don't need the police department. If anyone screws with my children, you'll deal with my wacky ass. Good luck with that one. That's what I'm saying. We're so dependent on other people to protect us. I mean, I'm a handicapped man, and your ass is still mine. So I don't understand what anyone's afraid of or needs to lean on. everybody else and be told what to do. You know, until the day I'm dead, I don't need anybody, and I can take things on my own and handle things on my own. Maybe people should be doing the same thing. That's idea number one. How about that? This way we could turn around to these politicians and say, what the hell do you need it for? We don't need it. We don't have it. Who protects your kids?
Saddam Hussein.
Yeah. Well, I hate to tell you that, but the babysitter's out then. He's only been dead for what, 4 years?
I guess I don't know how long he's been dead. I tend to not watch the news for the plain and simple fact that I'm tired of getting lied to. I am. The news media is so worn down against the independency that they used to have, like the newspapers and the radios, how they used to tell and send reporters out into the field and not let the government monitor everything they were saying.
Well, it's not worn down. It's just that it's under the thumb of, you know, the government and all these little dweebs because, you know, basically what happens in reality, in the real world, and most of you that are educated know that most of the media is owned by one gentleman called Rupert Murdoch, you know, another billionaire out there. I'm sure, and I'm positive, and I bet everything I have, when they're told to squash a story, the story gets squashed and lost. I'll give you a perfect example. Remember the WikiLeaks?
No.
Oh, the WikiLeaks were a serviceman who was working on their confidential files and saw the government was doing a lot of bad things and had the emails. And he copied them to a hard drive and then put them out to the public so the public could see what the government was doing. They then arrested him and put him under a military tribunal, and then within a week to 2 weeks, the news story dropped from the air. Haven't heard a word. You have no idea what's going on with the kid. Personally, in my own way, I think the kid was, in any other place, he would have been called a whistleblower and heated as a hero. But since he did it against our government...
We're tilting, Timmy, we're tilting. We're going overboard!
No, no, it's just that hell is rising. I'm on the air, and hell breathes right underneath me. So, yeah, every now and then you might see it going up and down. And
all right, Timmy. Yesterday I gave you a few haikus to think about, right? So we can have we can have a thinking segment and have people think during our show, right? I have a new one for you.
I hope they're thinking. That's what we're here to make them think, make them laugh, make them hopefully talk.
All right, so I have a new haiku. It's just the one today. I'll have a new one every show, or a new joke or something or other for the show for political correctness humor. Okay. So the first joke,
and I'm going to be sitting here chain smoking while you do it.
Okay, so this one is going to be relevant to my good friend Timmy here because he's getting up there in age.
Okay. Hold on a second. I got to put my pterodactyl away. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll wait. Get your beef jerky.
You are my beef jerky. Go ahead.
All right. So, old people's skin sag because they're slowly getting pulled towards the underworld.
Does that have 17 syllables? A good haiku has to have 17 syllables.
575. Yes,